Welcome to my adventure sailing 1000 nautical miles single-handed from the Netherlands to Guernsey in the Channel Islands and back to the Netherlands. Join me on this adventure in the treacherous English Channel. After we reached Guernsey in the last episode and explored the island, the time now has come to set our course back to the Netherlands. Okay, so I want to fill up my fuel tanks over there because it's very cheap here. 84 pennies per liter, so less than €1. And then we'll head off. Okay, so good morning. I just left St. Petersburg, finally. I don't want to sail back, but I have to sail back. Yeah, and the plan now is to head back to the Netherlands, around 370 nautical miles, but the wind turns about tomorrow somewhere in the evening, and I have to take upwind. So I guess in reality it will be around 400 to 430 nautical miles somewhere. The wind picked up and I could hoist the sails. With Guernsey getting smaller on the horizon, we set our course to north. Okay, so one thing that I really hate about the English Channel, but is very fascinating at the same time, are the currents. So we have right now we have around 3.5 to 4 knots of current against us. At this point, the current is so strong that we even drift backwards. So I get the sails down and start the engine. We manage to get in the shadow southerly of Alderney and make our way against the current. Those are the moments when you realize how small and insignificant you are in this endless ocean. But that is the beauty of sailing. Not battling against the elements, but working with them and using them to your advantage, just like seafarers always have. That's when you realize how much of a tiny, helpless miniature you are from Mother Nature, out there, somewhere on your little boat. So, good morning. The night is over, the first night, and it was really calm, to be honest. Not many ships, 2 cargo ships that passed. For one I altered course, but other than that, absolutely no other vessels. And sometimes I got over 20 minutes of decent sleep. What is not so great is that we are under engine basically since yesterday. I tried hoisting the sails in the middle of the night, but it really had no sense. So at the moment the tank is almost empty. 1/4 of the whole tank left. So I think I'm gonna refuel now. Okay, so those 20 liters are running into the fuel tank now.
With the wind finally picking up, we could hoist the sails. Despite having to tack against a northerly wind, it's great to be under sail after a whole night of motoring.
Okay, and we are finally under sail. I've got now the full main up and the full Genoa out, and we're doing 5.5, sometimes 6 knots over ground, together with current, so we have rising tide now into the English Channel. Okay, so we're in the first reef now. Same speed with a bit less heeling and a bit more stable sailing. So let's go. I think today I have to live with a pack of instant noodles. Those aren't bad at all, actually. So there's a cargo ship in front of us, and I always thought it was moving. And there's a second one up there, and I always thought they were moving towards Dover, so this route. But I just discovered that he is actually moored, or he has his anchor down or something, because he is basically standing still. So I basically will go around him, around his stern, then tack on the other side of him and make our way, continue our way towards Dover.
With the current turning and coming from the north and the wind picking up to a force 6 at nightfall, I decide to seek shelter close to the coast and continue towards Dover. This means no sleep and being on constant watch for the whole night.
Good morning, day 3 of the trip. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning here, but the day already started off with a pretty stressful situation. I noticed that my engine stopped spilling cooling water from the cooling system. I have a two-way cooling system, so seawater is used to cool down the cooling liquid inside the engine. And usually the normal case is that water is splashing out at the stern, and that is the cooling water, and that seawater is used to cool the cooling liquid, which actually cools the engine. So when it stops spilling out at the back of the boat, it's not good. I immediately stopped the engine. In the end, the filter for the seawater was blocked with some kind of shells and seagrass, I don't know. And another plan change I decided is to head into Calais, right around the corner now, because I've basically gotten no sleep for the last 2 days because of fishing gear floating around and very strong tidal currents, so I basically haven't slept for the last 2 days. And today in the morning I really started to notice that it is slowly getting dangerous, because I napped away without noticing for around 5 minutes or something. So okay, now it's on to change the courtesy flag. I still have the English, the red ensign flag on the mast, so let's put the French one up. Seems like that there is a bridge into the marina, so we'll go on the waiting pontoon outside.
Welcome back in France. After the bridge opened, I fastened my lines in the marina of Calais and soon fell into a deep sleep till the evening.
L'amour avec grand A, celui qu'on se sert, c'est après les mômes qu'il commence pour de vrai. Dans les débuts, c'est l'envie d'hobby, on se promet tout et ça pour la vie. Les mots les plus doux, les projets d'avenir. Romance petit-déj au réveil dans le lit. Très attentionné, attentionné au flair d'une grossesse, dans la tête ça chauffe sans cesse. Encore et encore, et toi et moi, c'est jusqu'à la gare. Si.
Okay, so good morning. Today I want to continue to my final destination, Amsterdam or the Netherlands.
But that is a story for another episode. Thank you for watching and subscribe to not miss the last episode, where we finally reach the Netherlands and the trip comes to an end.